For the longest time, I felt like my self-worth was tied to what other people thought of me. A compliment? I felt on top of the world. Silence? I started doubting myself. And if someone criticized me even slightly, my confidence would crumble. It was like my value depended on everything outside of me. Maybe you felt this too, like your worth is measured by likes, achievements, or the approval of others. And when that validation isn't there, the self-doubt creeps in. But here's what hit me one day: if my self-worth came from others, it meant they had the power to take it away. And I didn't want to live like that anymore. So I started making small shifts, real practical changes that helped me build a kind of confidence that didn't depend on anyone else. And today I want to share those with you. Let's get into it. Okay, let's be real, validation feels amazing. Someone compliments your work? Feels good. You get a ton of likes on a post? A little dopamine rush. We all love feeling seen and appreciated. But I noticed something: the more I chased validation, the more I needed it. And the second it wasn't there, I felt empty. Like, who even was I without someone else telling me I was good enough? I started digging into why we crave validation so much, and it all made sense. Back in the day, being accepted by the group literally meant survival. So deep down, our brains still associate approval with safety. That's why a simple like or compliment feels like a mini reward. It's biology. Think about school or childhood in general. We got praised when we did well and ignored or even scolded when we didn't. Over time we learned, if people approve of me, I matter. If they don't, I don't. Let's be honest, getting external validation is the quickest way to feel worthy. But it's also the most fragile. Because the second it's gone, that little voice creeps in: maybe I'm not good enough after all. So I asked myself, what if I stopped chasing approval and just started giving it to myself instead? I won't lie, this wasn't an overnight fix. But I made 4 small shifts that completely changed how I saw myself. And maybe they'll help you too. One day I caught myself thinking, ugh, I'm so bad at this. And then I stopped and thought, would I ever say that to my best friend? Nope. So why was I saying it to myself? I started paying attention to my inner dialogue, and let me tell you, it was brutal. So I made a rule: if I wouldn't say it to someone I love, I don't say it to myself. Every time I caught a self-critical thought, I reworded it. Instead of "I'm terrible at this," I'd say, "I'm still learning." Instead of "I'll never be good enough," I'd say, "I'm doing my best and that's enough." At first it felt weird. But the more I did it, the more my brain started believing it. I used to think my worth was based on what I accomplished, grades, job titles, even how productive I was in a day. But every time I hit a new milestone, the goalpost just moved further. It was exhausting. One day I asked myself, if I had to describe my worth without mentioning achievements, what would I say? And I had no idea. So I started focusing on who I was beyond what I achieved. One day I finished a project I was really proud of. But when I shared it, the response was underwhelming. Instantly, my excitement disappeared. That's when it hit me: was my work only good if others said so? That's when I decided I would stop measuring my worth based on reactions and start setting my own standards. We wait for others to tell us we're good enough, but how often do we say it to ourselves? I realized I needed to be my own source of validation. I stopped negative self-talk. If I wouldn't say it to my best friend, I wouldn't say it to myself. I wrote down small wins every day. Even tiny things, just to remind myself I was growing. I reminded myself, my worth is unconditional. It doesn't depend on achievements or approval, it just is. At first it felt weird. But over time it became natural. And the more I validated myself, the less I needed it from others. At the end of the day, self-worth isn't something you prove, it's something you own. And once you stop waiting for others to define it, you become unstoppable. Try this, pick one step and practice it this week. Let me know which one hit home for you the most. If this helped, follow along for more mindset shifts and self-growth. See you in the next one.